All right.
Hello, Booktubians. We're going to be talking about quality books over quantity books. So I have a question for you, and you. Would you rather read 5 really good 5 out of 5 star books, like Babel and Way of Kings and such, in a year? Or would you rather read 53 out of 5 books in a year?
I would probably do the five out of fives, but there's no guarantee. So if it's up to chance, like if there's a chance of getting those 5 out of fives, then I'd rather read more.
Right. Because
Yeah.
if you knew, obviously the question, you wouldn't know.
Yeah.
But I guess then that begs the question, would you have read, I guess, do you look back and when you look at a year and you see a lot of books and they are all subpar, and when I say subpar, I mean they're like, okay, like, good, whatever, and then you move on, you never reread them. Would you rather look back and see like 50 of those or look back and see 5 really good ones? Like you just had an awful year from a quantity perspective, but then like the ones that you did read were just so good.
I like the, I guess, journey behind reading multiple books, so I'd probably prefer more. Just because I enjoy like starting 3 books at once and then like finishing them all at once, because it's just like it gets my momentum going. But if I was reading, like, I'm trying to look at the shelf. Like I know Babel I was gonna like, and Yellowface I would like, but if I don't know, then I wouldn't like change my reading based on like what I think I would like. I would just kind of read everything.
Whatever's on your list. Okay, that's fair. Because I mean,
because they're on my list for a reason. They're on my list because I think I'll like them, but they're not like guaranteed to be 5 stars, 4 or 5 stars.
Yeah, that's fair. I'd rather read the quality books because, frankly speaking, when I read a book that's just a 3 out of 5, I don't remember it as fondly, and like the memories that I would have from 50 or more, like even 6 subpar books, let's just say, right, versus 5 really good ones, like just to keep it there. Obviously 5 really good ones, because and the reason is that I will remember those 6 or any more, however many, even if it's 3, 2, 4, doesn't matter. I'll remember them less fondly, and because when I read a really good 5 out of 5 book, I'm constantly thinking about it. Wheel of Time, Way of Kings, Stormlight, Mistborn. I'm constantly thinking about what ifs and all of these things, so it kind of like repetition gets it ingrained in your head. So with a 3 out of 5 book, there's no repetition. I'm not thinking about it, so hence it's just clutter.
But normally for the 3 out of 5s, I find something that I enjoy and something that I dislike. So then through the large quantity of 3 out of 5s, I kind of find my niche, and I'm like, oh, maybe I don't like flowery prose because I've noticed that's the reason why I couldn't get into these books.
Yeah.
So it kind of helps you narrow it down, where, like, when I read Way of Kings or All of Cosmere, I thought I just love fantasy books, and I would love any... I thought I liked big books, quite honestly. And then I started reading Wheel of Time, and I could not keep my momentum. I was like, maybe I don't like reading. Maybe it's just Sanderson
I'm not
a
real reader.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So I think being able to read a lot of other books, you kind of find your niche.
Okay, yeah, like a funnel almost.
Yeah,
like
exactly. Like if someone says, oh, this book has flowery prose, but it's a fast-paced plot, then I would still think that I would like it, as long as, and I've learned from Jordan, I don't like too much detail.
Yeah. Like detail almost for the sake of it. Even
yeah. So that takes away from stories from me. But I've learned from other stories with good prose that...
Like Little Life?
Yeah, Little Life. I love Little Life, and I would say that's more flowery, more detailed, but it's very vivid, so I can kind of find exactly what I like about each author's prose, or just, about different books.
You probably don't, and that's fair. I mean, there is a merit to reading, as I said, 53 out of 5s is what you said. You can narrow down what you like, so there's definitely a merit there, but to play devil's advocate, if you only read 5 to 10 books in a year, and they were all 5 out of 5s, you haven't learned anything about what you like.
But you would just enjoy it.
I mean, there's
a charm to that as well, I would say.
You could get lucky. Like, I mean, if I read 5 fantasy books and I never read sci-fi and I pick up a sci-fi and it's a 5 out of 5, I've learned that I might like sci-fi, but I haven't learned as much as, like, having a data set of 50 books and then picking and choosing, like, what you found, what you like and dislike. That's fair.
Yeah, speaking of sci-fi, too, I love Andy Weir's books. I haven't read Artemis, but Project Hail Mary and Martian I really loved. I'm hesitant to read Empire of Silence, even though I feel like I will like it, because the other sci-fis that I've read have not clicked. Like Paolini's, what was
Dune.
it, To Sleep in a Sea of Stars? Yeah, same with Dune. What else is there really?
But Empire seems like almost...
more fantasy, from what I've heard. But,
yeah,
yeah, but based on how many books I've read, I get the feel that sci-fi isn't my genre, but there can be exceptions. Yeah. So I will go based off of those little details that I've learned from the large amount of books I've read. Whether or not I would like it. You probably,
because there's sci-fi as a, this is neither here nor there, but like you like the sci-fi as a concept of a fast-paced action sci-fi with a very narrow plot that you can kind of just, whereas old school sci-fi, I would call it, I don't know, like Dune is like very much about the human condition in 2,000 years. Yeah. Yeah. But no, that's fair. I mean, and so, because for context, I was very much on the other side, where I'm like quality over quantity every day of the week, right? But now I feel that you have kind of, just
a little bit,
just a little bit, yeah. So, any other thoughts about quality over quantity, or vice versa?
I mean, if you're guaranteed the quality of the book, if it's an author you love, then I would say just read it.
Right.
But
you're not always...
If you're trying, like, new books that you have never heard of, or books that people are recommending to you, I feel like I would rather read a bunch of them, because if I like them and I want to give them another shot, I can always reread them, especially if you're reading at that pace. But, again, there's no guarantee for anything really.
It was more of like a question of, do you value quality over quantity? But, there is a value to quantity, clearly. If anything, the more you read, this is obvious, but in the context of this conversation, the more you read, the more you'll funnel out what you don't like, and then you can later achieve the quality that you...
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah. But that was a discussion on quality over quantity. Let me know, and let her know. Let us know in the comments what you prefer.
Bye.